We're good? Oh, hell yeah, we're live.
We're live right now?
Yeah, I think we're live right now. Let's
then you
let's
know
do
what
a
to
little
do.
intro. Hey. Is YouTube going to block this immediately?
Probably. You might want to.
Maybe
14
put this away
seconds.
14 seconds?
Okay.
That's not 14
9,
seconds.
10, 11,
11,
12, 13.
Okay, it's
There
definitely
you go.
too late for Raheem Morris to call a timeout. Welcome to the first ever live edition of Sorry We Love Football, the only show that actively hates the sport that it covers. I'm your host and Eagles fan, Daniel Hardy. And guys, we made it. It's the last week of the season, and all of our teams are in the playoffs.
Woo!
What? First time in show history.
Come on, I knew it was going to be a good year.
Yes, you did.
I sure did.
Holy shit. Okay. Hey, with us as always, we got Chiefs fan Danny Solomon. Danny, are you ready to get Wentz pilled?
I'm loving it. I can't wait to watch Carson Wentz play a football game. He's excited. I'm excited. He's so good, apparently, they might not even play him the whole game.
You told me this. Like, they might put in the third string guy out of fear of letting the Bengals into the playoffs.
Or that they don't want Carson Wentz to be hurt during the playoffs because you might need him for a valuable drive. Mahomes always gets hurt.
Yeah, it's true. He's got strange tendons.
He goes one drive on the sideline. You need Wentz there to throw a touchdown pass.
Strange tendons. That's like a
Strange.
great 70s like funk band.
Oh, yeah. All white guys, too?
All white guys.
All white
You wouldn't
guys,
think it.
funky
Like,
as
you heard it
hell.
your whole life, and then you saw a picture of
You're
him.
like, what?
You're like, well, that's strange tendons?
I thought his name was Malik. How he look like that?
Hey, of course, we got Commanders fan Jamel Johnson in the house. Jamel, how was your experience attending Sunday Night Football?
It was incredible. I ended up very hungover and a little ill. Best night of my life.
Best night of your life.
Well, close.
You got bonus football, too. Raheem Morris was like, I want overtime.
Dog, you never would have thought it was the 31st ranked stadium, the way the vibes was.
You did say that it was rocking in there and that the Commandos Nation, or whatever you guys call yourselves,
We don't even have a name
didn't
yet.
have a name. You should.
Yeah.
Because now you all believe.
It's scary, buddy. But it was nice.
How many-
Did a tailgate?
I was going to say, how many strangers
brought
did
the
you
10
high
out?
five?
Only a couple.
Only a couple.
I kind of kept it. I was pretty reserved in terms of just high fiving guys.
Okay.
It was a few Redskins Trump jerseys. A couple guys who wanted some high fives, and I kind of just head nodded them.
Like that guy on the plane who just like,
God.
he gets a first class seat so people walk by and look at his shirt that says
Yeah.
like, Trump, fuck you.
Listen, shout out to everybody at Northwest Credit Union and the stadium.
What's the tailgate situation in the Virginia area? What kind of food is it trout?
No, it's pretty simple, bro. It's always burgers, dogs.
Yeah.
Burgers, dogs. Perhaps you get advanced with a chicken type. You might bring some wings. You might make some drumsticks. But we play pretty basic cookout rules.
See, this is what's sad to me. Everywhere else but Arrowhead Stadium, this is the kind of thing you should expect. But at Arrowhead, you get a full meal.
Because you guys
All
do
the
that.
sides, all the fixins,
All you
all
guys-
the meats.
That's all you guys fucking do is fucking grill up meats all day long.
You guys
go
got,
and go to Chiefs games.
You guys have like smoked dogs, right?
Oh, right. It's the half smoke, bro. It's
That's
a
the
half
half
hot
smoke.
dog,
Oh, okay,
half
sure.
sausage.
Yeah.
So if you're really bad, you might get one of those. We were kind of far away. We had regular hot dogs.
I guess that's something.
Yeah. Have you ever had a half smoke, Danny?
No.
They're cool. I mean, listen, I would rather have a regular hot dog or a regular sausage.
Yeah.
I also smoked a blunt near a
Didn't have smoked that.
Yeah, fully smoked one in front of a Prince George's County police officer. No, it was a great night, dude.
That guy got a high five.
No, he was shit was love, bro.
Hey, let's start the show the way that we always do by talking about what we hated about watching football the week before. Danny, kick us off.
This isn't my what I hated, but just to throw it out, just in case anyone was going to ask me about it, Patrick Mahomes not in the Pro Bowl. You guys fucked up. You fucked up so bad.
They already know he's not going to be there.
Your hate has cost you another Super Bowl. All of your pettiness, your jealousy. This is why we win these Super Bowls, because you pissed the guy off and you did it again. You made the same mistake. Not my what I hated, though. I was pretty bored after the holiday, and so I listened to our I audited. I'll say that. I audited our Substack episode.
Okay.
Which episode? The you and I?
No, the one that you and I did.
Okay.
And what I realized I hated was my attitude. after losing the Sorry We Love Football Fantasy Championship by less than 2 points
But
on a meaningless Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown run. Yes, I was mostly doing a bit when I said that our champion is ruining this podcast for everyone, and that if he doesn't give us the money anyway, we're all going to quit doing it.
We said Jamel officially quit on the show.
We
actually.
did say that.
I should have walked out.
I also said that this was a steal, that it was stolen, and that I wasn't going to pay.
Oh, come on, man.
You know, I just feel maybe it was a little bit over the line, and I never pulled it back. That's the thing. A good bit, you got to know when to pull it back.
Yeah, and be like, hey, guys.
Pull the curtain back.
But seriously, folks.
But seriously, so I'm doing it now. All right? I need to say congratulations to Trevor. You did a great job. You're a valuable member of the Sorry We Love Football community. It was a good game. It was a fun season. You played hard all season, and you earned your title. And no, we're not ending the podcast because of you, Trevor. We're ending it because our YouTube numbers are going down.
Yeah.
So I hope you all enjoy this last episode. We don't have enough money to even do the playoffs. So go Chiefs.
We don't have enough money to afford the Zencaster that hosts the Zoom versions of the show.
I know. Does that even cost money? Are you
yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
off
yeah,
the
that
promo?
costs
I've been
money.
fronting that shit
Oh,
for
fuck.
years.
Now, I could provide you guys a solution, a new currency called Tebow coin.
Tebow
Okay.
coin.
Tebow coin. Now, Trevor, would you be willing to take a payment in Tebow coins?
Look, it's only going to go up in value because it's starting at it didn't exist. So
Right.
that's 0. And as it accrues value because of all of you watching the live, Trevor, that's more money than even you were going to get from just a straight up Venmo.
Listen, it makes sense to me.
You don't want to get hawk to it, though. Like, when you create a coin, you don't want to let the finance bros who control the coin, because you're the face of the coin. I know Tim Tebow's the face of the coin, but you're also the face of the coin.
I don't want him to suck me off. That's right.
No, I'm not saying anything like that.
No.
I just don't want you to get in trouble
Oh.
when this thing becomes worth millions of dollars.
Right. Hawk Tua Girl has not been seen or heard from since she pulled this, whatever. This is like a classic move, inflating the value and then getting out right at
I think she posted one thing, and it was clearly like this very formal statement that is not in her voice whatsoever. Her very distinct voice.
Yeah.
Anyhow, how did we get on Hawk Tua Girl?
Her I'll spit on your dick cadence.
Okay, so you're apologizing for your initial fantasy football response to
Because,
losing the championship.
You know, and just this fantasy in general, you know, you got to take the loss. This is the thing with fantasy, is that you sign up for every bad beat, every unlucky thing that happens. Everybody throws out their bad beats of the week or of the season. Like, did this guy kneeling cost you your title? People are pissed. People are angry. I was pissed, obviously. But this is what you sign up for. The luck of the draw, the fall of the coin. This is life. You have to live with it. You have to deal with it.
You ain't lying.
So we signed up for this moment of tragedy that happened at the end of a magical run where my team was clearly the best. I still believe that. But this is what happens. Sometimes the best doesn't win. Sometimes greatness is punished rather than rewarded.
Yeah, man. I mean, fuck the Jahmyr Gibbs play. So many things had to happen in order for you to lose this. It was like 10 dominoes.
Yeah.
One of which was what I hated.
Oh.
T. Higgins going off.
40 points.
T. Higgins never should have had 40 points because the Bengals should have just fucking won in regulation.
Yeah.
They were playing games all fucking night. It was the dumbest game I watched all season. And what I hated about it was I realized field goals are a sign of weakness now. When did that happen? Field goals used to be important. In like the late 70s, Mark Mosley was the fucking MVP of the league, and he used to kick like a fucking idiot.
So weird.
So fucking weird. We went from that to now nobody kicks the ball. And if you kick when you're in the red zone and you could have went for it on fourth down, you will lose. Something happens to a team when they see you bring out the kicker. They're just like, these guys, they don't have it. I smell pussy. There's a kicker on the field. Let's get him out of here. The Bengals had so many drives where they could have took 3 points.
Yep.
And they were like, no. And the Broncos were like, wow, they're crazy. Something about it just made it made the stars align for the Bengals to win, right? Like, I'm guessing what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that, like, they would have lost if they kicked those field goals for some reason. Because another thing that happened was every time that the Bengals scored, the Broncos were like, okay, it's time for us to score now too. And that was the only time they felt like scoring.
See, I think that it would have been a different game. If you take the threes, then the other, like you're saying, the other team goes by what you're doing. They're not reacting to the crazy guy.
Bruh.
And then they're taking the threes, and it's the same game.
Same thing happened in our game. We had a couple. Jaden Daniels scores on 2 4th downs.
Yep.
I'm in the stadium like, bro, just kick the ball. And everybody around me is like, no. What are you, crazy? I'm like, dog, it's 3 points. We just turned them over. This is free points.
People don't believe in defense anymore, Jamel.
I don't know where I was when this happened, bro. I'm fucked up. I thought field goal kickers were important. I thought they meant something.
We're talking about the death of the field goal.
It's over,
Is what's
bro.
happening.
Field
Because
goals are fully over, bro.
we saw it in all the college games yesterday too, and over the holidays. I've experienced this firsthand with the Eagles season. 2 of our losses against your stupid team and the Falcons earlier in the season were because we chose to kick a field goal. And here's the downside to that. You go up, I think in each game we went up by more than a field goal. I think in the Falcons case we went up by 6, and I think in the Commanders game we went up by 4 or 5, something like that. So then you put the other team in position to play for a touchdown. The flip side, if you're up by 3, so say it's 4th and 1 from the 5-yard line, and you go for it and you don't get it, the other team is still incentivized to play for a field goal because you're only up 3. When you're up 6, it weirdly puts you in a worse position.
Bro.
I know it's harder to score a touchdown, but like the team has to go.
And
that's their only goal now.
Even analytics accounts for this. Analytics is now like, oh yeah, if you kick the ball, you are a bitch.
Yes.
See,
The computers know.
There's like a coward index or something like that.
Yeah, how
Like,
does the computer know?
Apparently, kicking is a cowardly move.
I like all the analytics definitely does explain it, but I like Jamel's analysis that the other team smells pussy.
That's
I
exactly
think
what happens.
that is really that's what the numbers are saying. I also disagree with this, by the way. I was just sitting here listening to it, but the Chiefs are the field goal kickers. We kick field goals. We have one of the 3 kickers who you can count on in the whole
Can
damn
you?
league.
Is he's reliable
He missed
again?
like one. You know,
I don't know, man. He slipped. What happened with the Butker miss?
His wife missed his lunch she
Yeah,
didn't pack him
you
his
know what I'm
lunch
saying?
that
Could
day.
keep happening.
Meal was 1 degree below the proper temperature and fucked them up bad, man. That's something. That was a one-off,
Yeah.
isolated incident.
He just stared her down, daggers,
Yeah.
after missing the kick. That was for you. That was because of you.
She fucked it up, but everything's sorted out, I'm sure, for the playoffs. But that's the thing is, like, Andy Reid, he's the anti-Dan Campbell. He'll go for the 3. And that's why we play all these quote-unquote boring games that we end up winning. We are the upside down of the rest of the league. You're seeing what it would look like if people smelled pussy and liked it.
That's a great point. That's a great point right there.
Oh my God. Okay. I guess, getting to my hate is, we talked about it a little bit on the Substack, but I wanted to open it up and include Jamel in this conversation. As I got in my car today to leave, obviously I look like a bozo walking down my street in full jersey on a random ass Thursday.
Thank you for recognizing that.
Oh, it happens every week when I come to do this show.
You look crazy.
My neighbors are like, why are you wearing a jersey? But a guy almost hit me with his car. Not fun. But then he goes, oh, that's my team. And then we start talking about the Saquon, should he or shouldn't he? And this is what I've hated this week, is the debate on should Saquon go for the record or not go for the record. And it's so hard. The players all want it. Every player in the locker room wants to go for the record. The coaching staff won't let them.
That's bad.
Is it? Is it bad? The coaches are supposed
We
to
can talk
protect
about it
the
after
players
your
from
point is
themselves.
made, but-
The coaches could tell the players to run the stupidest trick play ever, and they'll do it. The players just do what the hell you say. There's no rogue players. Unless it's like a Giants team that's trying to lose, but then the players decide
Or
to win.
Jameis Saints.
Yeah, any wide receiver.
Yeah.
Sure.
Travis Kelce's whole career.
But Saquon Barkley, all-time rushing record, meaningless Week 18 game. Should he go for the record?
Because it's the Giants, my nuts say yes, but truth be told, probably not. Why? It's actually colder to have him sit there with the jacket on. It's actually colder.
I like this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought, you really thought you was going to get a chance to even see me?
There's just a dude in street gear, and you're like, that's the baddest man on the fucking planet. If he wanted to, he could shatter this record, but we don't even need it.
You don't even get to see me at MetLife.
No, it's in Philly. It's in Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's even more. Actually, I would do it. If
I have gone to a meaningless.
he just
because it's at
game.
home. They probably should do it.
look. The guy can just drive 5 minutes from his house or Airbnb that he's staying at, go to the link, slap on a pair of pads, run for a quick 150, and then duck out.
It is 150. That's not easy.
It's only 101 is what he needs.
Oh well, then we're there.
That's tough, bro.
And
That
I told
is-
Danny this. You were just on the Giants. You probably know the dudes in that locker room. Slip them a little cash or buy them some golf carts. Tell them to lay down for the first 2 drives and just
Golf
get
carts?
your fucking record.
Yes, this is demoralizing. And you can tell that Saquon wants to be in there and he wants to play. All the stories are like, he mentioned going for the record, but then realized that the team was more important.
He
No,
said
he
his
doesn't.
dad is really let down.
I'm
and,
sure
distraught
he
about
is
this.
speaking through his dad, as so many NFL players do.
Yeah.
They speak through their parents. Everybody knows that when the dad or the mom has something to say, it's because the kid is complaining to them on their weekly phone call.
So the guy on the street that almost hit me with the car wants Saquon to go for the record. He's very disappointed that we're not doing it. My family all want Saquon to go for the record. Every fan is pissed that this isn't happening. But may I remind you, when we were all at Chargers-Chiefs last year in Week 18 on mushrooms in a meaningless game, on my phone I was streaming Eagles-Giants, and A.J. Brown's knee exploded in a meaningless game that we didn't need to play our starters.
Listen,
So that's the downside.
That's the bottom line, bro. You guys got bigger fish to fry.
We do.
The playoffs was embarrassing for the Eagles. It should be the focus of the whole team. Let that Mormon guy go out there and get blown up.
Dude didn't get hurt for 18 or 17 weeks. You think he's going to get hurt now just on
Hell
a fluke?
yeah.
It's possible.
Hell fucking yeah.
It's possible. The
Trying to get 100 yards, you're going to have to take some hits. It's not like you can't just run outside rushes and get 101 yards.
This is
You
what
have
I'm
to
saying. Pay the
go through
Giants
every
defense.
run play.
Have a handshake, gentleman's agreement. I'm going to get this record. It's like Brett Favre
Yeah.
and Michael Strahan.
The
Just
Giants
give
have
it
to
me.
lose. They have to lose this game.
No, they don't. They already won a game. They didn't.
I know, but they don't want to be the fucking 8 pick or whatever it is.
They
They don't want
already-
to go back even further than they are.
Danny, the Giants are idiots. The Giants are idiots top to bottom. They got Drew Lock leading them out there.
And
idiots.
playing well.
And playing well at the worst possible time.
That was like one of the best recorded QB performances for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Was that Drew Lock game. He balled out of fucking control against the Colts for no reason.
Got to
Bro,
say something.
You can't tell these dudes to just lay down, man. Everybody's playing for contracts. NFL contracts are so bad. These games are not. The games are meaningless for us watching them.
And yet here
but
you
if you're
are.
a guy with pads,
It's true. If
on,
you're Shake Milton, you have a better contract than Saquon Barkley.
for sure.
But you're telling Saquon Barkley to lay down, and this is demoralizing going into the playoffs. I said it last week. You got to go in, and everybody's fucking as bought in and high on their own shit as possible. They need to be amped up.
I'm a bit concerned about this because the flip side argument is what Dan Campbell did in that Niners Monday night game. And he explained in his press conference, okay, you can't sit the whole team. You're sending a message to some guys you guys don't matter as much.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you
Get
gotta-
out there and play this fucking game while our stars sit on the
There's
bench.
a lot of bad messages here. Jamel,
Yeah, bro.
haven't you ever had a great set and then you were like, put me up there again, dude. I'll do another fucking tight 10. I'm ready to go now.
Hell no. I run right out the building, bro. You crazy? Get me the fuck
Well,
out.
on the opposite side, if I don't do a show for a week or in my case 4 years, in that case, I'm so fucking rusty and upset, and the fact that he is getting sat, I feel like he's just gonna be what the fuck does me doing well matter that much?
I'm a little afraid he's going to pull
playoffs?
like a Chappelle and just like move to Africa and quit football after this season because we fucked with him like this.
This is the record. This is the Eric Dickerson. This is the one record running backs all look at.
It
But
is.
the problem is,
And he's
guys,
there. He's over 2 bills.
Yeah.
I'll get it. You hit 2,000, take it, because if you win the Super Bowl, nobody's gonna think about this dumbass record.
It's true.
It means nothing.
Which
It's an extra week. They added an extra week. So guess who's gonna respect it the least? Eric Dickerson.
But then
But Eric Dickerson-
Eric Dickerson hates it.
He hates it. He's a curmudgeon. And then
All
but
the old guys.
Why doesn't he acknowledge that the record he broke, which was O.J. Simpson's, did it in 14 games?
Well, it's tough to do the O.J. Simpson "we stand for you" argument anymore.
Tough
No.
for you.
And
He's
Eric
back.
Dickerson really lucked
I
out.
like it. That's easy.
All
for
right.
me.
Honestly, the
Yeah.
biggest beneficiary of O.J. Simpson murdering 2 people is Eric Dickerson, because his record is unchallenged at this point. Because to challenge it would be to side against the Goldman family and the Browns. So that's the problem.
Bro, if I'm,
It's clean air for Saquon if he does it.
if I'm Sirianni, I'm activating the entire practice squad. Send the 4s out there.
yeah.
Send the 4s out there. Sure,
Can
we
you?
need the 2s. Whatever's allowed in terms of practice squad guys.
Can you just bring a guy? Can you just like
Yeah.
grab an Eagles fan from the parking lot and be
Hell
like, "You're
yeah.
starting at
Pick up some
strong
of them
safety"?
fucking drunk idiots that be eating horse doo-doo.
Honestly,
Let them
yes,
go
they
play.
would do it if you're willing to eat horse shit off of the street.
You willing to
out of
die in a football game.
directly out
You'll
of a
lead
cop's
block
ass.
for Kenny
yeah,
Gainwell.
You should at least be able
Go
to
out
run.
there.
You should be able to run the wedge on kickoff return.
For sure,
Mark
dog.
Wahlberg, fucking suit up, dog.
You kidding?
Let's go Invincible. I want to see it for real. All right. Anyhow, moving off that, Saquon, you are the best running back ever,
Rest.
but you have to rest. Okay.
You're gonna be sad.
It's week 18. It's MVP time.
Sure is.
There's a tightly debated, is it Josh Allen or is it Lamar Jackson that's really going on nationally? You have a little side action on Saquon, but it's between
done.
those two guys.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
But,
He's not even playing. He's out.
That's how valuable he is.
Sirianni's
So-
costing him the MVP
whatever.
as well.
Okay. Who's our MVP? We've covered the league all season. Who has stood out to you? Danny, Jamel, myself. Danny, who's your MVP?
Sam Darnold.
Oh, shit.
Yep, because we talked on the Colleen Wolfe episode all those years ago about the washout quarterbacks, the club of guys who were left for dead and now they're back, and how we were hoping that one of them actually was real. Well, it turns out this one was. Sam Darnold is a real thing, and it's proof that your career is never over. You just have to keep pushing and fighting until that big opportunity comes your way. And I mean that for any career that you might be in, except, of course, comedy writing, which is unequivocally dead, and you'll all regret not having quit sooner. But what's really fun about this MVP...
I'm trying to be the Sam Darnold of comedy, man.
Hell yeah, man. Come on, Black Sam Darnold.
I mean, it's AI's crushing you. AI is...
And there's no
That's
resistance.
over. Yeah, we
Everyone's
throw
just
them
like, cool,
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
it on. Who gives a shit?
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
So, learn a trade. But the fun thing about this MVP is that it's going to echo through the next few years as teams go grave robbing for the next Sammy D. And I'm pumped to see the lineup of shitty Frankensteins that we're going to have starting games next season because of Sam Darnold. Carson Wentz,
Yeah.
you are a New York Giant. Sam Howell, Wolfman, you are a Tennessee Titan.
Hell yeah.
Zach Wilson, welcome to Browntown.
Ooh.
Hell, it took Sam Darnold 7 years, right? Or 6,
Yeah.
7 years. So we can go even older if we want. Nick Foles, unretire that big hog, put on a Raiders jersey. Ryan Fitzpatrick, have you played on the Saints yet? Might as well. Give it a shot. Hey, how about Jay Cutler? Huh? Your ex-wife called you a pathological liar. That makes you perfect for the Jets. Guys, this is a renaissance of trash turning into treasure. And it's all because of Sam Darnold. So he's the MVP. He's changed the league.
It's the best version of this I think we've ever seen. I'll give you that. I mean, Nick Foles going unconscious and winning the Super Bowl in 2017 was close because
Just
he
a
wasn't a
playoff
starter
run,
anymore.
yeah.
He left. He was on the Rams and can't remember the other team. And then he came back to Philly and was a backup and then lost his goddamn mind. Jeff Hostetler did this one time for the Giants in the early 90s.
But that was, again, right before the playoffs.
Yes,
Sims
yes.
got injured.
He did
and
not do the
Hostetler had
Darnold
to
full
In fact,
season.
I believe it was even before the Super Bowl
It was.
and no other game.
Yeah.
So this is an entire season of greatness from Sam Darnold. 14-2 now?
Yeah, will be for naught if he's a first-round exit. And he has
I
a
don't
bad
even know if
game.
he's going to play in the first round. They are going to play the Lions next week
yeah.
for the 1 seed. He is going to at least be in the divisional round and probably further because they're going to play some cupcake Commanders team.
Side note, I'm rooting for the Vikings in that game. I would rather go to Minnesota than Detroit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
yeah, I don't know anymore.
Detroit
either.
doesn't have a defense at all.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't.
the other thing.
But you have to look at the across this field and see that's Sam Darnold. Like at some point, he has to just hold a mirror up.
Yeah.
If I'm the opposing team sideline, I'm just breaking out a mirror. We're holding a mirror, and Sam Darnold's gonna be forced to remember who he is.
But that's what I'm saying. The mirror trick doesn't work anymore. It's lost all its power. Baker Mayfield, Joe Flacco last year, like the mirror just didn't work. We tried to make it work. It works on some guys. It works on Jameis eventually. It works on, your Tyrod Taylors, your lesser backups, your, Andy Daltons. The mirror will work. But there are some guys who have seemed to transcend the mirror. They're Nosferatus.
Did you see it?
No, I
Okay.
need to.
Have
Is
you
there any
seen it?
mirror?
I only seen the SpongeBob episode where he come out.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are referencing that actually.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
It's like the first episode of SpongeBob.
I mean, of course, I've seen the 1922 masterpiece.
The Murnau.
Nosferatu multiple times in theaters throughout my life. Live orchestra giving you some background music.
Look, I took a full semester of silent film.
Oh my God.
It was one of the worst experiences of my life. Yes, they look good, but they don't look like anything close to even what we made in the 1960s visually.
Was it any hoes in the class, or was it just like
Like
some art-
in the class or
art
on the
hose?
screen?
like chicks? Was
There were
any hot chicks?
barely any hoes in the class,
That sucks.
to use your term, but there were some straight up babes on the screen.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You like that silent era?
Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah.
look.
Joints
Yeah.
from the Smashing Pumpkins video.
Something about dark lipstick and no talking. All right, now I sound like
Now
Barstool
we're good.
Sports.
Yes. Knocked it out. Way to go.
Jamel, who's your MVP?
A lot of people got votes for me this year. Jaden Daniels and Austin Eckler are tied.
Austin
third.
Eckler,
'Cause
R.I.P.
his
All right.
life was sacrificed for our success. So they get some votes for me. Jameis Winston, obviously, one
For
of
the
most,
fun factor.
Yeah, one of the most important men in the world's history. The actual MVP for me is Josh Allen. Yeah, I'm that guy.
Wow.
Sorry, you know what I mean. What's crazy to me is me saying that is like. Remember when Andy Haynes came on here and told me it said I was a Republican because I said Lamar was going to lose that playoff game?
That's right.
This is me. This is Republican Jamel stuff. Come on, man. I test. Josh saved the Bills season by himself.
Absolutely.
So that's just that. He doesn't have a Derrick Henry. Let me just start there. But
right.
the actual MVP for me is more of a concept and less of an individual. It's the guy who thinks his team should run the ball more.
I love him.
That guy, God, he really thinks he can handle having a headset on. He has no idea what's going on. But
I
he
am
knows
him.
You are him. You think Saquon's supposed to play right now, and you're dumb as shit.
We ran more than any other team in the league, and it worked. I loved it.
Every team has a guy who thinks every play should be a run play, has no idea how the modern rules work, and I love him. And he usually doesn't make it to the playoffs. If you want your team to run the ball more,
Yeah.
It's true.
usually your team is packing
like
it up
Browns
in the regular
football.
season. Exactly.
I've had to listen to this on my Chiefs podcast all season long. All of those guys, Midwest, very traditional people out there, scared, I would say.
It's
a scared race of whites.
It's a scared mentality. Run the ball. It's safe. Nothing bad can happen.
Yeah, nothing bad will happen if you run the ball. It's like in Madden. You run the ball, The odds of fumbling are so much lower than if you were to throw the ball and potentially get picked off.
Yeah.
That's what has created this aura of safety around running the ball. But you know what? It's bullshit. You're gonna settle for field goal. That's where the pussy stink comes from.
Exactly.
Is running.
Exactly. Exactly.
The kicker
We've
is
somehow gotten
that's
to
not where
running
the
the
stank
football is pussy.
Running the football is pussy. Kicking the ball is pussy.
Yeah.
The only thing left to do is pass.
If
All you
you
can
want to
do
have
is
a
dog.
big hard dick, you better throw that ball deep.
West Coast offense. West Coast offense.
Yeah.
If you want to,
Biggest dick in NFL history, Bill Walsh.
come on, man. Everybody know Bill Walsh had the fucking
He had the pipe.
hogster. Yeah, he had a big time.
Damn. Also, an amazing comment from B. Roth on our YouTube live
Hey,
right now.
welcome.
You know, the way to defeat Sam Darnold, kissing. He'll get mono. Just have him kiss
Shit.
random
Oh,
women.
That's right.
Just throw people at him who have mono, and then he'll suffer.
We like that.
Also, he was the Ghosts guy?
Yeah, Sam saw ghosts.
There it is.
Yeah.
So Ghosts.
Remember when Sam Darnold saw ghosts?
No.
He said this after a game. He was seeing ghosts out there.
So
Oh my God, I thought
what
you
it
saw
is?
the TV show Ghost.
Yeah, that's why he played poorly, because he saw ghosts.
So the way to beat Sam Darnold is basically like what happened to Kesha, which is she got fucked by a ghost.
That's right. Yeah.
And-
that happens in Scary Movie 2
It
as
happens
well.
to Donna
Tori
from
Spelling.
90210. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else does it happen
Some
in?
would say Tori Spelling's finest hour. I almost said storytelling.
I was happy for
Yeah,
her
and that sounds right.
when I got to see
Tori
her in
Spelling
the
story. My God,
what?
has anybody done that?
We're on to that. We're on to something.
All right.
Say it again.
Tori Spelling storytelling.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Just
new
have
podcast for Bad Ladder. We'll set it up.
Yeah, we'll call Tori.
Okay, my MVP. I have a couple MVPs as well. First MVP goes to Zin.
Hey,
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yo,
Zin
Zin had a
brought a
big
prop.
year.
Big year. Nicotine
year.
pouches. I'm seeing coaches throw them in. I'm seeing players using them on the sidelines. I don't know when this phenomenon started or why or what the fuck it is, but all these dudes are eating Zins during professional football games.
Because you got to get jacked up. This is again, and I love to bring it back to my my cooking career, but the whole thing there is coffee.
Yep.
You know, double espresso. You got to be on it. You got to be alert. You got to be jacked up. Nicotine just takes that to the next level. I'm sure they are drinking all kinds of energy shit, but then on top of that, a couple of Zins in your mouth.
Yeah.
You could go all day.
Does it hit the same after 2 beers? Like if you have 2 beers and then pop a Zin, is it like
That's ideal.
I'm blasting off?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That's
good.
the actual ideal time to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
If you're just raw dogging Zins, just like sober, it's the only thing you're doing, like I'm doing now. It actually pairs well with caffeine. I would say that is
I'm
a
sure.
nice
Booster. It's a
complementary
booster pack.
piece. But I actually had this question for you, Jamel. Do you know any black people that do
No.
smokeless tobacco?
The answer is no.
I've never met a
Well,
black guy
okay,
that does
excuse me.
Zins.
Let me take that back. Nobody around here.
Yeah.
But if you're in like more rural areas down south, you might see a couple cats. Like dudes who really fish for real.
Right.
They're all popping Zins. That transcends race.
That's
Like
like Fletcher
Xavier
Cox.
Leggett.
yeah,
or
you
Xavier
need that.
Leggett.
You need that out there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But generally no.
Because as I've looked around the league this year, it's all white players who are
Bro, we
doing this.
smoke-
This is
we
Baker
smoke-
Mayfield. This is Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. We smoke black and milds, man.
That's exactly.
Are you allowed to smoke cigarettes before the game? Like, what is, you know, I know that there's all the aspects of taking care of your body and stuff, but what is the limit of substances that are legal that you can put in your body on game day?
Ask Clinton Portis.
Right, but do they get away with that
But
anymore?
he
Do you
did.
do you get away with slamming a couple beers before?
Nicotine's not showing up on a piss test.
Exactly.
And you could definitely be drunk.
You
I
can
think
be
it's-
drunk during a football game.
I think a lot of guys have had some drinks.
I mean, Josh Gordon was on another planet half the time when he was playing.
And that's not legal, though.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
got
thing.
caught
It's like
Oh,
he
yeah.
got busted.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 6 or 7 times he got
Because,
busted.
like, obviously,
Yeah, you
like,
can't-
there are some drugs that would be better than others on a football field. Like, a beer, absolutely. Take more pain. Just feel invincible.
Right.
On the other hand, LSD, you know,
No.
get hit once, bad trip, dude. Like,
Just
feeling
even
any pain.
Look at being on acid and seeing 11 guys across from you with
Oh my
armor on.
And being as angry as possible in
No.
your face.
No.
Also from the chat,
Probably really good for a coach though.
Cutter.
Oh yeah.
Coaches on acid?
Cutter Chisnell says black guys in Suffolk definitely pops in.
See,
There
that's
it
what I'm
is.
saying. It's country shit.
Yeah,
It's country shit.
It's country
Alright,
shit.
so you
It's
nailed
not.
that.
It's not race shit. It's country shit.
Okay. Then
But
why
if
are
you're
dudes
white-
in why are dudes in Hollywood doing it?
Because white guys want to be country. When
Oh.
you're
Wow,
white,
you're
there's
right.
a general want to be country.
It's like paying respects to your ancestors or something. It's like, well, my ancestors used to
No, this
have
is
a
the
farm.
new thing. This is the new thing in Hollywood. It's
Yeah.
all countrifying.
For
All
sure.
the Taylor Sheridan shows that we've been talking about, or at least I've been talking about. But the Zen culture, the jelly roll.
Come on, dog.
Oh, God.
It's all there, man.
Post Malone had to be part of that Beyonce performance.
Yep.
I know mad people from the Valley who love Dolly Parton. It's like, dog, you ain't been nowhere near Tennessee. It's just
never-
something that you know
You've
what I'm
never
saying?
been to Dollywood.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just you know.
Have you ever rode a roller coaster at Dollywood? Have you been?
No.
Have you been, Danny?
No, but my schizophrenic first girlfriend I ever had.
She was obsessed
used to
with
work
it?
there. Yeah.
It's weird that there's so many like
work there,
Disney
shit.
people, but there's no like Dolly people where it's like we always go to the theme park multiple times a
Because
year.
it's too far in the woods, man.
Yeah. Okay, and then my other MVP, Jerry Jones. I mean, the guy, you can put him in there any year. He's blinding his own players by refusing to put up curtains in his stadium. He gave the biggest contract of all time to Dak Prescott. He brought Ezekiel Elliott back for no fucking reason, and they
then
just
fired him
released him today or yesterday. Why do you even have Trey Lance on your fucking team? None of it makes sense. He said in this past offseason they were going all in this season to win a championship. I didn't see any proof of this happening.
The best team they ever had was like 2 or 3 years ago. That I'm like, why wasn't that all in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
The
could have
team-
built off that.
Yeah, the team was good. Anyway,
They
Well-
shut down CeeDee Lamb.
And they're possibly going to shut down Cooper Rush because he has an incentive that if he plays over 55% of the snaps, he gets a little bit of cash.
Oh,
He's
yes.
at 52.5%.
Trey
love-
Lance, fucking suit
So
up.
that's where Trey Lance is.
now that makes me love Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he's cheap.
You don't want to pay Cooper Rush.
Man, there's nothing more shootable than a cheap billionaire. And to think that he's like, Jerry Jones is no security, just walking around the link or wherever
Getting
talking
harassed.
to Eagles fans,
Getting harassed.
letting Eagles fans heckle the fuck out of him.
Yeah. Why did he
No
even go to
security.
that game? There's no playoff implications for your team. Like, why were you
He
there?
ain't have shit else to do, man.
Of course he doesn't.
We never account for boredom with these guys.
Yeah.
I'd
He was
rather
me-
get
he
booed
was-
than sit at the house and watch Blue Bloods.
That's true. He was measuring dicks in the parking lot.
He just gave up when that guy was heckling him in that
did.
video. The guy was just like, "Thank you for being so shitty," and then Jerry Jones was like, "Aim to please, buddy." You know, it's like fucking, at least like big boy. This
Yeah,
guy.
if you're
would be
Jerry
like,
Jones, you got to have some clapbacks.
yeah,
like,
I'm gonna park
pocketed.
my plane on your wife.
Park it on.
Yeah, dude. He could have hit him with any of
So,
that.
I mean,
All right, hey, let's get into the Week 18 preview. We're the last. Most of the teams we're gonna go through right now. This is it. This is the end of their season. Say goodbye to them.
I was telling Danny, and I told my Lyft driver at the airport, best week 18 since we've added 18 weeks.
I think I agree with that, and we'll get into it. But first, Week 17. Holy shit, Jamel.
yeah, this is over.
You just ran away with these picks, dude.
You guys make me do picks, I win picks.
And you said,
It's
"Oh, I'm
pretty
gonna go
simple.
chalk," and you kind of didn't. You had some really good picks in here as well, but you went 14-2 on your picks last week.
Listen, it's my year, man. There's no way around it.
Look, I'm just gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna pay.
We'll make you wait at least a year for your
Yeah,
Applebee's.
listen, if it's got to be
Like-
till next season, that's fine. I still haven't picked a restaurant, so
Yeah.
You
got
do have to
time.
pick a restaurant.
You got time.
So as you know,
Considering Outback Steakhouse right now.
we pick the games all season long. Whoever wins
There's
the
one in Burbank.
picks,
Come on.
the other guys take them out to a nice meal, or at least give them $100 gift certificate. So
$100
Jamel's
gift certificate.
going to win
Don't
that.
blame me. Also, Dan is never going to win picks.
Dan,
Well, I
yeah,
went 10
Dan
and
is
6
in
last
last
week.
place again.
10-6.
I'm talking
Danny
about
went 9 and
overall.
7. Anyhow, so the season long
Can't really defend that,
is Jamel is at 182-75.
which is just great.
My
Danny-
goal is to keep it. I'm not going to have 100 losses.
I don't think you mathematically can.
Exactly.
Well, maybe this week if you missed all 16 picks.
This is a hard week because there's meaningless games.
It's one
This
of the
is
tougher
challenging.
weeks. It's one of the tougher weeks.
So Danny's 170 and 87. I'm 165 and 92. It's over. Jamel won. Let's get into week 18. Saturday, doubleheader. They're letting the AFC North play on Saturday for some reason. Letting these guys rest an extra day.
Yeah.
Danny, I would take some issue with this, but
I
anyhow.
think we'll have the rest advantage.
Yes, you will. Browns at Ravens, Saturday morning.
I mean, Ravens, what?
Yeah.
It's not even.
The Browns already won this game earlier this season, by the way.
It was crazy. At that point in the season, it was like the Ravens are dead. Jameis should have been playing all along. There was all of it. It was a completely different world we was in.
And now we're in the regular world.
Yeah,
where the
we're back
Ravens
to
Jameis
right.
is benched,
Yeah.
and we're denied his, entertainment.
And everyone's just jerking Lamar's dick around town. And
He
he's
should get
lost 5 games, but he's the number one, or they're the number one team in the North. So
That is the thing, the rub on Lamar, if I had to think of one
the rub.
issue, is he loses one out of every 3 games. That's just what he does.
That's why he loses
no
in the
matter
playoffs,
what,
because
as
that-
good as he can play, he loses.
Yeah.
Listen, and I don't know what all that is about. I had some issues with his attitude earlier in the year, but it seems like it's corrected. It seems like whatever was going on is being worked out, and they're rolling.
And don't get me wrong, I love Lamar Jackson. I think he is probably the best player in the league. Any one of our teams could have had him. He fell to 32 for the Ravens to pick. All of our teams passed up on this.
Yeah,
A fucking
I mean,
generational talent.
First off, not any of our teams. Let's
All
just
of our
point out
teams.
that the actual winner of all of these Super Bowls is on my team. I would not have traded him for Lamar.
I wouldn't either,
If
but-
you
And no
had
one
Mahomes,
would.
you wouldn't. But the clips of him at the combine getting asked if he played wide receiver have come back around.
All that bullshit.
Ridiculous, dead ass wrong. Just
Yeah.
because I don't think he's the MVP doesn't mean he's. He might win a Super Bowl.
And you know what? He might as well be the MVP, but he's not going to be because people are tired of it. Like, this is a very vibey season. Mahomes not making the Pro Bowl because people are tired of Mahomes. People are tired of the Chiefs in a way.
He also just didn't play like one of the 2 best quarterbacks in the AFC.
All right, but he did play better than 8-loss Joe Burrow, I think. Because
Burrow's
Joe
been
Burrow
fucking-
lost games.
He's been
Joe
that
Burrow's-
guy this
Joe
season.
Yeah,
Burrow's
because he
got
had
half
to
a
be.
team. Joe Burrow's got half a team. Exactly.
If Mahomes had to throw deep every 4 plays, then yeah, he would. And to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, whatever.
Okay.
The point is, I agree that Josh Allen is the MVP, but it's more of a vibes thing than on the field business.
Jamel, you want to do an in memoriam for the Browns real quick? Their season's over. Saturday. It's gone.
Everybody bow your heads. Bow your heads, please. Lord, we come before you today to pay respects to the Cleveland Browns. They're going through a lot right now, a whole lot, and we just need you to walk with them. We need a couple extra footprints in that sand, all right? Peace to everybody living off that Cuyahoga River. Amen.
Amen. We'll see you next season, Browns, with Deshaun Watson running it back.
And not Jameis, your
Not
best
Jameis
player.
for some reason. Sailor, get the fuck out of my life, Browns team. I hate this Browns team. I was on them. I thought they'd have a good season, and they screwed me.
Week
So
one is hilarious. Listen to that one.
anyway,
Yeah.
we got all we're all picking the Ravens. Okay, Bengals at Steelers. We
Steelers.
can't do an in memoriam for either of these teams quite yet.
No,
Both of them could make it.
give me the Steelers because my pick doesn't matter, and I want the Steelers to win. Steelers win, we play the Steelers. If the Steelers lose, we might have to play the Chargers. I'm not as
There's a
into
little
that.
intrigue there.
There's a little. I'm not as into it. Give me the Steelers.
Man, give me the Bengals. The way they won that game did make me believe in them less, but they got that magic, man. It's magical. Zach Taylor will never kick a field goal. Dog, remember when they paid Evan McPherson all that money?
Right.
He doesn't even dress out anymore.
Yeah.
Kickers mean nothing.
Why doesn't the punter kick? Or the kicker punt?
They got something wrong with their toes.
We had a
man. They do different toe
kickoff.
thing.
We had a kickoff specialist on the Eagles. Jake Elliott wasn't even allowed to kick the ball off, and we swapped that because against your stupid team, our guy kept giving up returns like the 40. Every time in that Commanders-Eagles game, the Commander started with the ball like at midfield because our kickers sucked.
Man, our
good time.
safety.
Now Jake
makes
Elliott
kicks.
just does touchbacks every
Did you
time.
guys rewatch the Commanders-Eagles game?
No.
If you timed it up, you could. The ball drops. Devontae
Oh, right
Smith
as
drops the ball
Devontae
right
Smith
at-
is
right
dropping the
at
ball?
midnight.
We should do that.
Starts at
Next New
like
Year's.
9:56, I think it is.
I have the Steelers in this game.
Nice.
I think it'll be heartbreak for the Bengals. I think the Steelers are well rested. The Bengals coming off an overtime game.
Yeah, I mean, the Steelers probably should win this
Steelers
game.
are cold as fuck, though.
Yeah.
Steelers are cold.
They're bad,
but
and I hate Najee Harris's guts. One of the worst running backs I've ever seen. What are you so big for?
doesn't make sense to me either.
Okay. Sunday morning, Panthers at Falcons. Must win Falcons game if they have an outside shot at making the playoffs. We'll get to the Bucs, but you were there. You saw this insane mismanagement at the end of that game. I don't know if you were picking up on that in the stadium, but holy shit.
In the stadium, we're all just trying not to shit ourselves as it's going down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because you were in a tight one.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, which you probably shouldn't have been against this Falcons team.
I mean, the truth about
Michael
that
Penix came out.
He came out and he played, but the truth about the game was, we should have won by 10. They took away that last touchdown because of an unnecessary hold by our guard. A play that never needed to happen. We should have just won. It should have just been a walk. But Penix is cool. The thing that I noticed is he has some issues with his deep out routes. He didn't hit.
Okay, real analysis.
He didn't hit a single up and out. No post routes. Nothing over 15 yards and out. He overthrew all of those.
He doesn't really run either, does he? Yeah, he's not really a mobile quarterback. He never has been.
Not interested in running, which is cool. I mean, this line was created to protect a statue. Kirk Cousins is perfect.
He's left-handed. Give me the Panthers.
Whoa.
Ooh.
You think the Falcons are going to lose at home in front of their fans and just say, fuck off season?
Yes.
Okay. Falcons.
Because they're not going to make
Panthers.
it anyway. You got the Bucs playing the Saints at home.
It's happened before. We saw with that Colts team, the Carson Wentz Colts, all they had to do was beat the Jags, and they were like 15-point favorites, and they lost that game to not make the playoffs.
Man, give me the Falcons. I'm taking the Falcons, but they still don't make the playoffs.
I got the Falcons too, and they won't make the playoffs.
All right.
So RIP Panthers and Falcons season is what we're saying with that. NFC South, get the fuck out of our lives.
Please
get the
go
fuck
away.
out of this season.
Please.
You're not welcome in the playoffs. The Bucs, you barely belong.
Except Baker. I think Baker belongs. He's fun. And he's gonna have a mouthful of zins.
Yeah, he is.
Know that.
Okay, Commanders at Cowboys. So I believe the scenario here is if the Commanders win, they get the 6th seed.
Well, we have it, and then we'll just keep it.
Yeah, right. They'll secure the 6th seed.
Yeah, yeah.
They lose, they could fall to the 7.
Retain.
Which I would love. I want the Commanders to lose this game and have to come to Philly. It would be my preferred opponent.
I obviously have no interest in this. If we have to play the Eagles, Saquon Barkley will break the rushing record in one game. He will have 2,000 yards in that game.
See, that's who wants that? Who wants a blowout? If even the Commanders fans can't get on board with the fact that you could go into Philly and win, whereas you are elated at the idea of going into SoFi, attending that game on various substances, and watching another classic Jaden Daniels performance, but this time in the playoffs in an upset. It's got to happen. It's fate. Give me the Commanders so that this can happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picking the Commanders because the Cowboys have nothing. I mean, if they don't play Cooper Rush.
No, it's going to be Trey Lance.
Yeah, that's
at least
us.
for a half.
Got to have it.
Question for you, Jamel. I floated this to Danny, but I haven't talked to you about it. Is there any logic to the Commanders tanking this game intentionally so they don't have to fly across the country to play the Rams? This is a bus ride to Philly, a team you just beat 3 weeks ago.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, what are you saying? that bus ride is a nightmare. You just getting shit thrown at you all the way up 95?
Batteries.
People throwing batteries
cheesesteaks
and like bottles of pee.
Yeah.
They can't throw pee at you when you're in a plane, bro.
That's fair.
They can't get up that high.
So they're going to try and win this game.
We went to an LA tailgate. Everybody's so fucking nice.
It's so nice.
I was dressed head to toe in Chiefs gear. Everybody was
and we
like,
all got
give me
Jello
shots.
Nobody said shit, bro.
Yeah.
An RIP to the Cowboys season. This is the last time we'll see these idiots.
Nah. Just put them in the ground, dog. No words.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. Okay. Bears at Packers. Packers need to win this game to attempt to get the 6th seed. They'll probably be the 7th seed and have to come to Philly.
I mean, how do you feel about seeing the Packers again?
Not great.
Time you guys went to it was Brazil.
I don't love it. They're a wild card team. I think
in the true sense.
Their ceiling is extremely high.
Right.
I think they're capable of beating any team in the league, but they just haven't put that game together yet.
They have 4 number 2 receivers.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
pretty good.
but it's also infuriating to try and like guess which one's going to go off.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to see the Packers. I think we'll win the game, but I don't like it. But they're going to win this game.
Would you like it if the league was like rematch in Brazil?
Yeah.
A little more.
Eh?
A little more.
Would you go to that game?
No. It's like, what is
Guys,
it?
chat.
12-hour flight?
We're
Yeah,
sending Dan.
Yeah.
You should go to Brazil no matter where the game is. Everybody send Dan. Everybody.
Send Dan. Let him see a couple of big butts before he has to fully raise this child.
Come on, man.
I'm in. If we raise enough money to get me to Brazil, I'll go.
Well, we could have if we didn't lose by 2 points.
Yeah.
That was tough, man.
We would have had all kinds of stuff
garbage.
for you guys.
There was a point where Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't even playing, and I'm like, thank God, it's wrapped up. Lies.
For the Bears, I think Caleb Williams is good and is going to be good. I think they had some of the worst coaching ever this season. It's been a nightmare. I think they'll get Vrabel, maybe.
That'd be fun.
Should be Vrabel.
Yeah.
Fix the defense, make it the old Bears defense again. Maybe that'll be something. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, what's
Get out of
next?
our lives, Bears. Jags at Colts.
This is not even worth saying anything besides Jags. Mac Jones kind of hitting a stride, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of. That was some other shit that happened. Titans, Jags. Tajay Spears is going to have a 40-point game, and he goes out at halftime. Trash.
But this is what we signed up for, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Everything's fine.
Yeah, give me the Jags and a Doug Peterson send-off. This is the last game he'll ever coach as an NFL head coach.
Yeah.
He's getting fired. He'll never get another job as a head coach. So go out with a win, Doug.
Yeah, I'll go with the Jags too. No reason to. I feel the Colts have a chance in this game because it's so meaningless. This feels like a great game for a bad team to really step up in, you know. But I'll go with the Jags. Chalk it up.
Wow.
Who
would have thought?
We should have got the list of incentives for the player-based performances.
Oh, yeah.
Because
We
that
need
can
to
help
know.
guide what's going to happen in some of these meaningless games.
You actually need that. If
Yeah.
you're going to bet on Week 18 football, you need to know who's playing for one more sack.
And if you're going to bet on Week 18 football, God bless you.
God,
Whatever's
go to
going to
church,
happen
man.
to you, you deserve.
Bills at Patriots.
Bills?
Let's go Bills across the board.
William, yeah.
And that will secure, what, a 15-2 season for the Bills or 14-3?
14-3. It's meaningless for them, isn't it?
It is.
So what are they doing? Why is Josh Allen going to start?
I haven't heard from Bills Nation what they're going to do.
How many MVPs does Josh Allen have?
0?
0.
Come on, man.
It's going to, yeah.
It's got to be Josh.
That's the story. That's why it's going to happen.
And not only that, it's deserved, man. It's not like I'm not saying this because he's a white guy. I'm saying this because he's a big white guy.
Yeah.
And he runs touchdowns in at the same clip or even better than Lamar Jackson.
Bro, he's the
Not as good as
team's-
Jalen Hurts, though.
He is the Bills.
No Jalen Hurts MVP talk. Odd.
Well, because he
You'd
didn't play
think.
enough. He missed a couple games, man. And he had honestly, the Eagles' bad stretch was 2 weeks.
And we won one of the games.
Yeah.
So
It's got to be. It's Josh for me, man. He's the team's quarterback and number 1 rushing threat.
yeah.
You got to give something to Bills Nation.
And he's throwing to, what, Shakir, Cole.
Keon,
Yeah,
Coleman.
I guess he has Amari Cooper now, too. But
If I would
Curtis
have
Samuel.
if I would have Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen on my team, it's a coin flip. I would flip a coin. I'll take either of them.
yeah, they're
straight
both
up.
great. I would take either of them, too. So we got Bills across the board. Patriots. Is Gerard Mayo keep his job?
No, and he shouldn't.
Well, they said he would. They already. I thought
Doesn't
they
matter
was
what they
He
said.
made a bunch of bad coaching decisions, and if you figured out the quarterback, now you got to get him with somebody who can do the job.
Well, who's the replacement? Is it Vrabel? Who's available?
I think Vrabel is going to be all of our picks for every team,
Yeah.
every opening that's
Yeah.
out now that Belichick is in North Carolina.
I talked to him. I told you. I think he'll coach multiple teams if they'll let him do it on Zoom.
I think they should allow that.
He coaches.
Could you imagine a Vrabel versus Vrabel Super Bowl?
Come on, man. He can't even show up to the game. 'cause
He's
it's
just
like
got to do.
collusion.
He's got to do the thing where he wears a different outfit and has a different hair color, like when you play your own character in Street Fighter.
Right. When you play your own character,
Yeah.
or when you're in a sitcom and you have a date with 2 girls.
Oh yeah, classic.
The Mrs. Doubtfire.
Right.
The Browns should let AI coach the Browns next
They would
season.
probably do a better job.
Yeah.
Do you think
kinda
AI
like
would
that.
tell them to cut Deshaun Watson?
Definitely.
Oh my God, yeah.
AI has morals.
Look, AI, if you're gonna turn rogue and kill us all, can you please start with Deshaun Watson?
Okay. Giants at Eagles. Hard game to pick. We just saw the Giants fucking
Eagles.
go off.
Let's
Eagles.
move on.
Okay, Eagles. Here's one concern I have from an Eagles front. We haven't heard or seen from Jalen Hurts in a little while.
Well, I have a feeling we might later.
Oh, interesting. Okay. But anyhow, he's MIA. He's not practicing. He's still in concussion protocol. Like, I saw so many other quarterbacks take crazier hits and stay in the game. And this guy somebody sits on top of him and he's misses multiple weeks.
Austin Eckler is talking about coming back for the playoffs. He looked like he wasn't alive.
Yeah, he was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow.
It's the weirdness of these injuries that, like, these soft hits and non-contact things are always the ones that send.
But how
a
do you
guy out
assess
for the rest of
Jalen
their
Hurts for a concussion anyway? He talks in riddles, and he's very soft-spoken. Like, it's
seems
hard to see
concussed.
what's up. Yeah.
life. Maybe they still think he's a concussed.
That's
'cause
what
he
I'm
can't
saying.
Clearly communicate.
That part. that
He just
press
can't
conference-
escape concussion protocol because he's just like,
Constantly.
the sun will rise tomorrow, dog. And it's like, what?
Yeah, the post, the one where he was like, this is what y'all wanted to see, right? I was like, yeah, something's wrong with him.
Yeah, when he acted.
Why was
normal.
he angry? Anyway, Eagles.
He was mad at his own city's media. He wasn't mad at, he is mad at Philadelphia sports writers. That's what
think
he was
we all
yelling
are.
at.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough environment.
Yeah. Saints at Bucks.
Bucks need
It's
this.
Bucks. They need it.
Bucks need it, and the Bucks are back. Baker pulling
Yeah.
them from the dead. They had a bad little stretch.
Yeah.
Did they lose? Losing to the Cowboys is probably the low point in their season, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun, actually, with all these teams in the playoffs. There's a lot of fun matchups going on, and I am here for it.
Okay.
I don't like saying stuff like that.
Saints season. Bye-bye. God, New Orleans. Jesus Christ, man. Stay safe, Saints.
Yeah, fix your toilets.
Fix your
Yeah,
toilets.
take some time for y'all.
Texans at Titans.
Texans. Although they look like ass, and they're locked in.
But the Titans are terrible, and if Spears isn't playing,
Yeah, then there's
What do the
nobody.
Titans have? Yeah,
Soft Tony Pollard, who keeps getting like little hurt.
yeah. Texans.
Yeah, Texans there as well. Okay, Sunday afternoon, Niners at Cardinals. Meaningless NFC West.
I think
Meaningless
this is-
game where
yeah.
two teams hate each other.
I think it's less meaningless to the Niners. I think.
I have a big problem with Fred Warner right now. He's another reason why you did not win the fantasy matchup. He's in the pregame.
Yeah.
Like,
He instigated.
what are you? Oh, they brought everybody here to do what? Get your ass beat? And they were playing Jameer Gibbs tough the whole game.
know.
And then who gets beat? Who takes a
I
bad
saw
angle?
him in the fucking. I saw
Who
it.
takes a bad angle to fuck up our season? Fred fucking Warner.
We are openly admitting to collusion in our league, by the way. But
Yeah,
it's only because we had a pool of money.
But we didn't even
We
collude
were
with
rooting
each
for
other.
you. We're
Hey,
allowed to
yeah.
root for Danny.
And I tried to collude with you. We didn't even fully collude.
No, we would never collude, but we colluded.
Baker Mayfield on your team would have won you that game last week.
I know. We could have done that, and we didn't. We stayed integritized. That's all I had for that. Niners.
Cardinals. Fuck the Niners.
Okay.
Fuck the 49ers.
Fuck the 49ers.
They're sorry ass team.
Sorry ass team.
Damn, facts.
Booty cheeks.
Like shit.
They some booty cheeks.
Y'all
They
lost
lost
to
to
the
the
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah. Bring that song back. That's the MVP.
That's a great anthem. Man,
It is good.
it's really fun. Okay, Chiefs at Broncos. The Carson Wentz classic.
Look, I'm saying it. The Chiefs are going to win this
Oh
game.
boy, knock the
And-
Broncos
Of course they
out.
are.
Unfortunately, we are going to win this game. I'd rather we didn't. I'd rather the Broncos be in the playoffs, honestly, because they're such a fraud. But they're such a fraud that we're going to beat them with our backups.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs too.
I'll take the Broncos.
Chef it up.
Yeah, I like Bo Nix.
I hope you're right.
We need one Oregon Duck to do something positive in my life, except for Gabriel just high out of his fucking mind trying to play a game yesterday.
Oh, was he off the edibles?
He was in the
There was
pregame
some
interview.
speculation that he was high.
Come on, Dylan.
That was devastating. That's Oregon Ducks football. That's a great way to start the year.
That's
The
what
best team in school history loses. It gets blown out.
That's what your ass get for buying weed in Pasadena.
Yeah. All right.
The West Coast is soft.
Seahawks at Rams. Oh, I had just one note on the Ducks game. I had some interesting, I guess you would call it racism that I heard from Ducks fans, and they're like, "No more Hawaiian quarterbacks. Never want to see another one in my life."
Oh my God.
That is right.
They're like, you play safety or O-line. That's it.
There's only been 2.
No, there's been more than 2.
Yeah.
What was the other Hawaiian?
Mariota, and then you have
Ugalele? No, that's a Clemson guy.
God, what's the other guy's name? God, I'm blanking on it right now.
What? Man, whatever.
I know it was ridiculous,
That's
but I had to
crazy.
just bring it up because I did find
Man,
it somewhat humorous.
Let the Polynesian quarterbacks live.
But is Tua our best ever Polynesian
Mariota and
quarterback?
Tua are like flirting with the number one
Tua's
spot.
better than Mariota.
I don't know,
But
man.
as far as their careers go in the pros,
That's what I'm saying.
Mariota won a playoff game. Am I wrong? Is that wrong?
It was Jeremiah Masoli, and you're not wrong. He beat the Chiefs.
Come on now.
Mariota.
Come on now.
That was
I don't think Tua's got a playoff
that was
win.
the Alex Smith Chiefs.
Okay.
Listen, playoff win is a playoff win.
I got
Tua
the
does not have
Broncos. Anyhow, okay. Seahawks at Rams.
Rams.
one. Yeah, we're going to ram it. What happens if the Rams win? Can they move
Nothing.
to
No,
fourth?
nothing.
They're
Nothing
stuck?
happens.
stuck.
The Seahawks, it's like there's some strength of schedule thing that happened last week where a team that the Seahawks beat lost, and it dropped them to the point where they can now not recover.
Also, if the Rams lose, does anything happen?
No,
Oh, they're resting guys.
probably.
Seahawks switching.
Okay, he's switching.
Because I don't think
He wants to go for the record. Jamel is actually starting his guys in the picks.
In the picks, for
Even
sure.
though it's meaningless, he's
Yeah.
trying to. He's Dan Campbelling.
I almost picked the Colts. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. But I'm definitely taking the Seahawks here because the Rams should rest everybody. Receivers barely made
They
it through
should.
the season.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Definitely
God.
Puka.
Puka gets beat up every game.
I know.
Exactly.
He's so
And you know,
good,
and you know
though.
the Seahawks want to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, give me the Hawks there,
damn
actually.
good.
Okay, I got the Rams there. Chargers at Raiders.
Chargers.
The battle for SoCal
I would love the
Oh.
Raiders to win this
in
one.
Vegas.
Bolts. Gonna bolt it up.
Bolt those butts.
Do the Chargers have anything to play for, Danny?
I think they want to look like the scary team that could dethrone the Chiefs going into these playoffs.
How's Herbert's hand? Doesn't he have a fucked up hand?
Yeah, fuck it up even more, you bitch. Pizza face bitch.
There's an Oregon Duck I can get behind. What a great player.
That's
I
crazy
love
racist
I love
how that
Herbert.
sounded.
I
You see
know.
how he
I thought it
sounded?
when I said it too.
Yes.
I was like, why am I like
Nasty.
Yeah.
so gung ho about this
Ew,
guy?
bruh.
Because he's like
Yeah.
the whitest looking
you
pizza
know-
faced white guy.
If I'm Oregon,
Ashy.
hey, no more white quarterbacks.
Oh, I already made that case earlier this season. Once you're in the NFL, you're not going to win if you're white.
Yeah.
So that's already out there. That take exists.
God, who's your man? Heisman for them years ago. The last white quarterback they had.
For the Ducks?
The Ducks play for the Lions.
Joey Harrington.
Oh, Harrington, of course.
God,
Yeah,
piece of
he was
Joey
on the
Harrington.
cover of the college football game.
I know he's watching on the live right now. Peace to you, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss you, Joey. Dolphins at Jets.
Dolphins.
Jets.
The Jets can't win.
It's
another
Tyrod
game.
Taylor, probably.
They can't.
I love Tyrod with all my heart. I don't think Tua's playing. They're talking about bringing in Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley's better than Tyrod Taylor.
Tyreek Hill is, he's looking for a HBCU coaching job right now.
How
Oh
many
my
Pro
God.
Bowls?
He's not a
Does-
former Eagle, so he can't get one yet.
How many Pro Bowls does Tyrod Taylor have?
2?
Yeah, my guess was 2.
Huntley's got 1. Tyrod's got 0.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going with the Jets.
That's crazy. Because the Dolphins need that game.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they need that game, but they also might not need that game by the time the game is being
Oh,
played.
you're right. You're right. Damn.
And if
Aaron
they don't-
Rodgers, possibly his last ever game.
should be.
Should be.
Lord, I hope it is.
Absolutely. Okay. You got Dolphins, Jets. I got Dolphins.
Jiggity Jets.
And then game of the week, Sunday Night Football, Vikings at Lions, NFC 1 seed on the line.
This is the big one.
This is the big
It's
one.
in Detroit?
It's in Detroit.
Man, I haven't seen the Vikings lose in a long time.
It's been a while.
The vibes are just too good, man. They keep doing dances from the Disney Channel.
Yeah. I didn't know that was like that we had finally reached the era where that stuff was.
What's interesting about their run is their celebrations have gotten gayer
Yeah.
as it has gone on. I don't even know where they can take it.
I have some ideas, but I won't say them. This is
What about the
family-friendly program?
What about the movie Burlesque? That feels like a
remove
number.
a sock or something?
Yeah, do
He
a
might be
little
talking
dance.
about
About the
jazz.
Christina Aguilera or like Honey or one of these, this is the era that we're talking about.
Look, I'm going with the
Step
Lions.
up.
I'm going with the Lions because I've suggested that the Vikings could get got, which means they got to lose this game. Lions.
Well, I'm going Vikings, and I'm going to take this pick off of you. I'm going to at least save my dignity here.
It's not a bad call, man. The Vikings could win this game.
I got the
Lions.
Vikings as well,
Lions defense is terrible.
just because I want that.
Probably, yeah, right. It's better for you. It's all you care about.
All right, well, that was the last full slate of games we're going to get. This time next week, we're in playoff mode.
Yeah,
And shit's
picks are
real.
Pick section is going to be a lot shorter.
It
going
is.
forward.
Even though that was the longest pick section I think we've done in a while.
Yeah.
We were just kind of really milking out
Because
that
everybody's
last
fucking
one.
playing. It sucks.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, let's get into this week's mailbag. Every week here at Sorry We Love Football headquarters, we're just flooded with envelopes, packages, and the like. And the start of this year is no different. I don't know which letter I'm going to choose to read here. We're on YouTube Live, so you can see that there's actually
Well, because we
they're in the back
listen,
room.
there's
We're
a
just
bag
dramatizing
of letters.
what we did earlier.
Yeah, we scanned all of the real letters
Right.
into our emails. Duh.
Who wants to read the first letter?
I'll go.
Oh, Jamel's going to go.
Hey, I got a letter. My letter today comes from Joe Burrow.
Hey!
Hey guys, big fan of the show. My letter today is for Carson Wentz. Hey Carson, I heard the Chiefs were thinking about taking the game to avoid us. Are you really going to want to tank after you hear this? Hey Carson, I've been fucking your wife for years. And it's not on some like, oh, we were friends in college. I found out you married her and started fucking her the next day. Sure you want to tank now? I'll see you soon.
Wow.
All the best, Joe Burrow.
I think that would make him want to win.
I was going to say, doesn't this activate Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The
They need
ultimate
Chiefs
cut
to win.
quarterback?
That's
what
true.
He
Oh,
needs the Chiefs to
shit.
win.
I'm an idiot.
That's why he's been having sex with his wife.
Now, I do think that it's pretty obvious that Joe Burrow isn't having sex with his wife because the person he's having sex with was revealed when his house got robbed.
You can have sex with more than one person, Dan.
I don't know about that.
Not so sure.
I haven't experienced that. All right, let me read a letter.
Okay.
It's from the bottom of the bag, which is kind of a thing I do.
Yeah, it's down there.
This letter is from Jalen Hurts. I'm going to open it up here. I'm going to read it as it was written here. Hey, goys, lave the shoe. I'm rooting to say that I'm dubing or K,
Oh my
even
God.
though my head hurts a bittle and I have a small dent in it. But don't worry, Dan, because I be ready for payoffs. I be throwing torch downs to AJ Green and Deviant Smith in no Tim, and we win Super Bowl no problem. EGELELELGLS Egos. Signed Jalen Head Hurts.
No problem for me. It's the problem.
God damn it, dude.
Did you put that in the chat GPT?
No, man, I wrote this shit.
No, that's the thing.
Transcribed it.
AI is incapable
Yeah.
of doing something that fucking brilliant. Are you kidding me? Also, Jesus Christ,
good.
man.
I'd be a little worried about this. Maybe if I were you in the wild card round, if you had the bye.
Yeah, that's tough, bro.
AJ Green hasn't played in years.
He think Eagles sound like Egos, man. You're fucked, bro.
God damn it, dude. He sounds like he's like a 4-year-old. He's like a toddler, Jalen Hurts. Is that a brain injury?
took a
Or
hard
did they
hit.
like knock him back in age?
I think both.
All of that.
Jesus Christ.
Something to worry about. Something to keep your eye on.
It's concerning. That's troubling for sure. That is not good. Damn it, dude. All right. Jesus Christ. That ruined my day.
Sorry, bro.
Okay. I got a letter here. I'm just going to pick it up from the middle of the bag. It says, "Hey, guys, love the show. Long-time listener, first-time writer, and was hoping to bend your ear and get some advice on how to deal with a sensitive locker room issue I've been dealing with. I recently found out that one of my star players, David Montgomery, was diagnosed with veganism and apparently does not have the heart of a lion, more like the digestive tract and frail ligaments of a timid gazelle. When I saw him nibbling on a carrot after our Thanksgiving game, I immediately had cause for concern. Of course, being the supportive coach that I am, I had our staff sear up a ribeye and a side of bacon and rushed it to David's locker so he could properly refuel after that game. My heart skipped a beat when I found this beautiful dish of rare meat was left untouched. My heart skipping a beat could have also been from my standard post-game 6-shot espresso smoothie in Copenhagen double lipper, but who knows. But based on my Wikipedia and Reddit research, it seems that veganism may be contagious. And I'm worried that my low-T quarterback, Jared Goff, is susceptible to a plant-based infection.
He definitely has the ayahuasca curiosity.
Jared already has the look. He already looks like a Temu version of Ryan Gosling, and not Ryan from Drive, but the beta version from Lars in The Real Girl. So David's knee injury a few weeks after confirmed in my mind that he was not built Ford tough. Even after the injury, I was planning to put him on the vegan reserve list to protect my bratwurst-loving wide receiving core. To counteract the possible spread of lettuce-loving in the locker room, I thought that maybe a guest appearance from Joey Chestnut might help turn things around. I was planning on having Joey slam about 30 glizzies in front of my team to boost their spirits and motivate them. Can you think of any other advice to help avoid the spread of veganism in my locker room? That would be greatly appreciated. From Detroit with love, Dan Campbell.
Got to pump the scent of KFC in the vents.
Honestly, yeah. What I've noticed amongst the
You
vegetarians
were ready
and vegans,
for that to answer that question.
I knew right away.
You're just like, there's an easy solution
I've
for
dealt
this.
with this before in my life, my family.
the vegetarian and vegans that I've known, they hate all the other meats, but they are highly susceptible to specifically fried chickens.
Nice.
Exactly.
So that's the solution. There you
Yeah.
go, Dan. Fried
And,
chicken.
and by the way, giving fried chicken to your players as Dan Campbell, also a little racist.
Oh, for sure. Oh, it's a problem. Oh, it's not good, but it'll work.
Yeah, it'll work.
I think it's fine. I think it's okay.
I think everybody likes fried chicken. Transcends race.
Absolutely.
Korean fried chicken is the shit.
Hey, final thoughts on the week. I'll go. We just knocked out a live show. First ever live show. Tell us if you think we should time this up any differently. We can do this leading up into some playoff games, post-playoff games.
Yeah.
We have live capabilities now. That's amazing.
If you time this up at exactly the right moment, you can hear Jamel say stinky pussy once the ball drops.
For sure. Started at about 10:31, I think.
Yeah.
What balls drops?
There's
more?
There's a post New Year's ball.
Well, speaking of drops, no balls here. Here's my final thought: is I got some Kwanzaa gifts for you guys.
Yeah.
Here you are.
Holy shit.
Chiefs cat toys.
Oh, shit.
Come on,
Eagles
boys.
beanie.
Let's fucking
Let's
go.
John, I'll get you something next year.
This is beautiful. Thank you, Jamel.
Hey,
This
no
is great.
problem. No problem, boys.
We got you nothing.
Yeah,
Got you
absolutely
nothing.
nothing.
Is
Yeah.
I think
Thanks.
my gift is all of my support to you going to SoFi for the playoffs.
That's true. If that happens, we have to find a way to get Jamel to that game.
Yeah.
I put it out in the universe before the Rams-Eagles game earlier this season. I had no idea of how I could or would get to that game, and it fucking happened.
Yeah,
So
just
we
put
can
it
get
out,
Jamel
you
to
know?
it.
Guys,
Just direct your prayers away from God and towards Jamel.
right to me. Thank you all.
Final thoughts? Did you already say yours?
That's
You gave
We're
us our
done
gift.
here.
You're
Sorry.
done?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
sorry,
done.
Oh,
we're done.
sorry
These-
for
these are the
fucking
sorries.
double dipping.
Sorry, lo siento, folks.